places for Syrah, all right? Imagine, we are in the second, the third week of May. That's the second, the third week of November for you guys. Yeah. Super late in the season, looking for the ripeness. So, one berry, I'm doing this after the visit.
So raw raisins are good too.
You throw the pulp out, get the skin. And you press and you see the color you're getting. And also, as he said, the seeds, yeah, one more week.
One more week?
Yeah.
You don't mind all these raisins? It's all good?
We do for this wine is going to a label called Signos de Origen, symbols of origin. The symbol we have selected for this place, they are symbols from alchemistry, from the alchemia, all right? Water, sun, wind, etc. So we select the symbol of the sun, all right? In Casablanca, we need the sun to ripe the Syrah. And to your point of the races, we work with a peller machine. We set up all this, it's harvest here in boxes, goes to a table selection here. Then it's the steam, etc. And we have a machine that it's really, really high tech, that with a laser and a blower, and the berry that you don't want, boom, 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 cool. Boom, boom. So very, very.
So biodynamic can also mean high tech. It's not all. It's nice.
That's the thing.
It's
People
nice.
think that hey, biodynamic, organic guys, we let the vines grow itself. We don't take care of nothing. For example, we have meteorological stations here in Casablanca, in Totigüe, in Colchagua, Technique, right there, to really know what is happening on the farms. Biodynamic and organic, it's a learning process, day after day, minute after minute, etc. The beauty thing of avoiding all the spraying, okay, it's that these bunches are full of native yeast, all right? All the wines that we ferment at Emiliana, from the Novas range up to G. Coyam, are all of them wild yeast fermented, right? Wild yeast fermentation put a challenge on us, a huge challenge. First of all, we work with high VAs, volatile acidity, on the farm. Fermentation on reds, 7 to 10 days maximum, all right, in conventional farms, where for Syrah, boom, I'm gonna use the yeast B297C, boom. Prepare the pre-fermenter, drop it in the tank, and that one yeast, it's gonna act, boom, immediately. It starts at 22 Celsius, boom, it dies at 27 Celsius. But it's gonna suck the sugar, gonna try the wine immediately. In this type of things, I don't know how many goddamn amount of yeast do I have, all right? So I have fermentation that goes from 12 days in the case of this Syrah, because the yeast, it sucks the sugar quite quickly. But on whites, especially on Syrahs from Cachapoal, I have wines that goes for 25, 24 days on fermentation. Sometimes some wines that don't finish the fermentation and I need to wait until spring that reacts the fermentation. How we deal with those things? High BA. Sweating like a horse. Because the boss, hey, get it dry. Get it dry. But this long process of fermentation with multiple type of yeast acting at the same time allowed me to have yeast that acts between 17 to 20 Celsius. So one's act at the beginning, someone's at the middle of the fermentation, someone's at the very end. So the sense of place, it's better. That's what I believe is the most important thing on biodynamic or on organic wines. Importantly, on the vinification, because if you vinify under standards of conventional farmers, you're losing all what you have done in the farm. There's lots of people that it's organic and biodynamics on the farm, but they ferment the wines and vinify the wines as conventional products. All right, so how that translates on us? We don't use any type of enzymes, for example. We don't use any types of proteins from animals, from gelatin, so vegan-friendly wines, okay? We are not allowed to use diammonium phosphate. Diammonium phosphate, it's the nutrients of the yeast, okay? I have a stainless steel tank full of grapes, full of this Syrah, totally sealed, that it's releasing alcohol, temperature, CO2 inside, so my yeasts are getting intoxicated, all right? How I keep the population alive so my fermentation keeps going? Inject the ammonium phosphate in the stainless steel tank to get them alive. How I battle with that thing? I need grapes that are high on nitrogen. How do I get nitrogen for my vines? We're at the very end of the season, but all these intersections are full of geologic corridors. Some ones with flowers, and lots of them with legumes. When you harvest the legumes, the roots release natural nitrogen on the soil. Then the roots of the vine, and it's getting fixed on my vines.
What kind of legumes?
Lentils, another rap. It's one with a yellow thing.
Rapini, for rapeseed oil.
Oh, really? Okay.
Canola.
Canola, yeah.
Okay.
Lots of those things.
Cool.
To really go on our fermentation things. And also another of the restrictions on the vinification, it's we are allowed to only correct 0.5 grams of tartaric, only tartaric, conventionals, malic, lactic, tartaric acid, 3 grams, 3.5 grams. So that's why when you get wine, that your teeth get like this. The acidity is very unstable, all right? We try to look also for places with lower pH, so higher acidity. The idea is really try to be less impactful as possible, minimal handling on your farming side as minimal manipulation on the vinification side. It's like being, have you guys seen these magazines of farandula in the States? Paris Hilton, Cindy Crawford, etc. You see the pictures, they look nice, very attractive. You see them on a Monday without maquillage, etc. And they're pretty bad. That's the thing on biodynamic winemaking or organic winemaking. Try to maquillage as less your wine. The other thing helps you to camouflage the mistakes you have had during the fermentation and the vinification process. We try to produce wines, in the case of Emiliana, that are world-class products that happens to be made under organic or biodynamic. We use the organic or the biodynamic as the tool that we have to produce quality, healthy grapes that make us produce those wines. With so-so grapes, so-so wines. With good grapes, good wines. Out of the 100% of a good wine, 95% it's this, 3%, 4% it's the technology that I have at the winery, and 1%, even less than 1%, it's the job of us. Because the wine, technically, the wine it made itself, pretty much. No, really, that's a reality. Let's go to that place. Shoot questions, doubts, and all the grain harvest here stays there, and then it's used by decompose.
Little Graham would be proud of this guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's right. Thank you. It's gonna come in a third one, a fifth one, etc. Chile have great advantage to become the #1 sustainable wine country in the planet. But we need to get everybody together, you know.
Yeah.
Which is very tough. Here we have the pircas. This setting, it happens in every of the states where we grow the herbs. Horsetail is that one. Everything is being harvested. Horsetail, it's one of the most oldest plants on earth. 97% of that plant, it's silica, it's quartz. Okay? We have valerian, We have dandelion, the stinging nettle, chamomile, etc., etc. All the herbs that we need for the biodynamic.
Have you tried horsetail tea yourself? Have you sipped it? How
Yes,
is it?
not
Not so great.
not so great, not so great at all.
No, I'd love to try it.
Demeter, the only one that certifies biodynamic, that's something that goes against the biodynamic